With Galactus coming to the MCU with the Fantastic Four movie, we are probably going to see the Silver Surfer. But who is the Silver Surfer?
Can we talk?
I might butcher a bunch of the names, so I am sorry, but I'm gonna do my best. He was born Norrin Radd on the planet of Zenla, which was an extremely long-lived and technologically advanced planet. And it was a planet where they wanted to pretty much be a utopia. They wanted to not have crime, they didn't want to have disease, they didn't want to have famine and all that stuff. And Norrin was named after the man who actually achieved that for Zenla. But as Norrin grew up in the utopia, he actually got really bored and really restless being there, and he wanted to do more adventurous things. He offered to seek out worlds for Galactus to eat if he spared Zenla. And Galactus did agree, giving him a tiny bit of his power cosmic and making him the Silver Surfer that we see now with the silver body and all of that stuff. And then him and Galactus left Zenla. He served Galactus for several decades and actually really enjoyed it, but he ended up having a hard time finding planets that had no sentient life on them. And the first time that Galactus actually had to eat something with sentient life in it, it kind of drove Norrin mad. It was not good for him. But Galactus doesn't like eating planets that have sentient life on them if he can help it, because he's not a bad guy. He just needs to eat to survive. That was why they were trying to find non-sentient life. But when Norrin went insane, it actually caused Galactus to repress his memories and kind of subdue his emotions. So he kind of became blank slate Silver Surfer. So that was Galactus's doing to try to protect his mind. Witnessing the consumption of living life drove him insane. So the Silver Surfer actually ends up at Earth and fighting the Fantastic Four, obviously, because they don't want anybody to eat their planet. And during this conflict, the Silver Surfer actually met a blind sculptor named Alicia, who sensed his inner nobility and pleaded for Earth's safety. And because Alicia was very beautiful and very spirited, he actually had a bunch of his emotions resurface, and he turned on Galactus. And he worked besides Uatu the Watcher and the Fantastic Four to push Galactus away from Earth and keep him from eating Earth. However, not without punishment to the Silver Surfer, because Galactus actually put a force field around Earth that made it so he couldn't leave. So Norrin was forced to live on Earth for a while. And while he was on Earth, he ended up doing a lot. He befriended Namor and Hulk, and he ended up going against new weather technology with them. But he was a villain for a little bit. He was a good guy. He was the villain a little bit, you know. There was a period of time where he actually really hated humanity. He hated how inhuman humans were to each other, and he only made peace with Galactus because Nova was captured by Skrulls, and he ended up saving Nova from those Skrulls and was finally unbanished on Earth. And he was finally let go from Earth after 10 years. After seeking the Galactus seed from Asgard, which I did talk about in my Galactus video if you want to see it. But the rundown is he went to Asgard to try to steal something to, jumpstart the universe later. But the Silver Surfer was actually the one that tried to convince Galactus not to go to war with the Asgardians. When he's on and off of Earth every once in a while, he met a girl named GREENWOOD, or well, kind of. She was younger and she wished on what she thought was a shooting star, which actually happened to be the Silver Surfer flying by, and wishes are so powerful that it bonded them essentially for life. So one of the Silver Surfer's enemies actually kidnapped her because he had a machine that told him that she was the most important thing to the Silver Surfer, and the Silver Surfer was like, I don't know who this is. But nevertheless, she was innocent of everything and didn't deserve to be kidnapped, so Norrin actually went to go save her. He does end up actually giving her control of the surfboard so they can leave the planet, and she accidentally kind of crash landed them onto a planet called New Haven. And New Haven had 666 billion people on it that were all refugees of planets that Galactus had devoured. So they didn't really like the Silver Surfer very much. But Dawn ended up going back to Earth, and they realized that they kind of were fond of each other on New Haven, but it was kind of like the planet that was doing it. But they realized once they were off the planet, she ended up having feelings for Norrin, and they kissed and then parted ways. There was also a time where Thor very briefly was a Herald of Galactus instead of the Silver Surfer, and this was because they needed to defeat the Black Winter that had come back, and the Silver Surfer actually offered to help, but Galactus decided to make Thor his herald instead. That's when Thor actually sees some of the other universes, like the zombie universe for Marvel, which we're getting Marvel zombies this year, so many thoughts. But that is the Silver Surfer, and there is no Silver Surfer without Galactus. Well, there is, but he's not doing the job of the Silver Surfer. That is the Silver Surfer, and I hope you liked this video, and I hope it answered some questions about him and his relationship to Galactus. If you like this and you want to see more like this, be sure to like and subscribe and comment down below and hit that bell notification so you know whenever we post a new video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!